Hey everyone, so today I'm recreating a Rihanna look from her latest music video, You the One, and it is a very neutral look with a graphic edge to it. So I hope you like it, and if you do, stay tuned to learn how to complete it. Now the first thing we're going to do is apply a very skin colored eyeshadow all over the lid up to the brow bone. So I'm going to use Brulé from M.A.C. And I'm just using a very dense flat brush and apply that everywhere on the lid and go all the way up to the brow bone. After, I'm going to be applying kind of a grayish brown color. This is not copper plate. I'm not too sure what it is, but I used to use it to fill in my brows. But it is kind of a grayish brown color. And I'm just using an angle brush like this. And we're going to cut our crease. So just relax your eye like that. And you just want to start cutting your crease. This is just a sketch for now. So I'm going over just my natural crease line. Make sure your eyes are relaxed. And on the outer corner over here, I'm not going to close that line. I'm just going to do a half circle. As you can see, it should look something like this. When I extend my eyelid, you should definitely see it now. Next, I'm going to use, if I can find my brush. Where my brush at? Right there. Next, I'm going to take a 239 brush, but I'm going to use that narrow side over here. And I'm just going to diffuse upwards that gray color. Now, of course, there's nothing on it, so you might want to go back into your gray brown color. Just might want to reapply. And while we are applying that color, make sure you blend it upwards, not downwards, because you want to keep that crispy line. So as you can see, once you start blending everything, it should look something like this. Now onto the outer corner, you want to bring up that color close to the brows, blending outwards. On the outer corner, you just want to flick the color out. Nothing too defined, just to kind of fade out the edges. After, you want to go back into your Brulé eyeshadow, and you just want to apply that right underneath the brow. And you want to make sure that you blend it with that grayish color. After, on top of the lid, I'm going to use another skin-toned eyeshadow. This is a pigment from M.A.C called Naked, but it has some shimmers in it. And it's more opaque than Brulé. So I'm just going right onto the lid and just pressing it right onto the lid. The lid is quite shimmery in that video actually. So we'll be applying another color on top. It's all about layering, people. And because I want that sharp edge to be a little bit more defined, after that you've applied that on your lid, I'm going to go back into my cut crease that I created with a brownish gray. Now this time I'm going to use a deeper gray. It is called Scene from M.A.C. I'm using the same angle brush as we used before. And I'm just going to intensify that crease. Just going to make it darker a little bit so we can see it more. See, we've deepened up the color way more. Now, because my lid wasn't shimmery enough, I'm gonna go in with a white pigment. I'm gonna go in with the Lise Watier Folie Blanche, and I'm just going to use my stiff flat brush, taking a little bit of that white and applying it right in the middle of the lid, just like so. So just tapping it right over here, so it creates a little bit more shimmerness. Shimmer. Then you want to rim your eye, so you want a tight line. So go into your waterline upstairs and downstairs. That's what I call it. So I'm just using a an eye Kohl from M.A.C called Feline, and I'm just going to tight line. And you want to be quite generous with it. As you can see in the video, she is quite dark in the eye section. After, now you can apply your black. So you can use a matte black color. And I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use carbon right over there with my angle brush. And I'm just going to line my upper lash line. Then you want to apply it onto the lower lash line as well. So you want to kind of blend it in with your waterline. So just like so. Do both eyes, of course. Duh. Then of course you just want to smudge the lower lash line because right now it's kind of like a straight sharp line, so I'm using a pencil brush. And just ever so lightly I'm just going to run that onto the lower lash line just so that it's not as crisp. Then of course it's all about the lashes in this video also, which I love. So for the top lashes I'm going to use natural looking lashes. I'm going to use the Red Cherry 415. So we'll be applying that right now. So I've applied my lashes and also applied 2 coats of mascara on top, a coat of mascara on the bottom lashes over here. But before I do so, on this side, of course, as you noticed in the video, she has a bottom lash that is really heavy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my EL 123 from N.Y.X and I'm just going to apply them right underneath over here. So as you can see, I've applied the lower lash. It gives somewhat of a very graphic tinge to it. So what I'm going to do, her blush is very brownish, orangish, you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to start, I've already contoured with Sincere, but now I'm going to go back with Sincere, which is a blush from M.A.C, and start building up the color. And I'm applying it right on the apples of the cheeks over here, just a little bit. Next, I'm going to use a very kind of scary blush, especially for those who are fair. I'm going to use Raizin from M.A.C, which is kind of a brick blush color. Once again, you want to apply that in your contour, but just like in your contour, but like on the apples of the cheek as well. And I'm bringing it a little bit into the hairline with what's left on the brush. And there we have it. This is it for the cheeks. Now moving on to the lips, you want to mute them out, so I'm going to use my Naked liner from M.A.C. So after that you've muted out your lips, I'm going to use a very naked nude lipstick from M.A.C called Myth, and I'm going to apply that straight on. And then straight on top of that I'm going to use my Creamsheen glass from M.A.C in Boy Bait, which actually, as you can see, I'm out of. I actually took out the plastic filter, like in here, so I'm able to move in my tube more freely. So I need to get a new one for show. This is like my favorite gloss of all time. And basically apply that right on top. It's going to give you a very nice sheen. And there you have it. This completes this very neutral look, but with some sort of very graphic edge with the lower lash over here. Now you could definitely wear this out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!